Hey guys, John Loxley here, back with our playthrough slash walkthrough of Subnautica. So I think last time we spent just about all of it building our base again, but I'm okay with that. It's coming along nicely. And it's just about finished, I would hope. Yeah, there's still a few things that we need to put in there, and a few things that
Warning.
I want to show you guys.
Power only. Oxygen production offline.
But aside from that, should be pretty good. I think the longest thing is probably the resource gathering.
Power restored. All primary systems online.
So how's our little collection of things doing? Well, that's pulsating now. Still can't really tell what it is, but doesn't matter. Alright, let's take a look. Scanner, flashlight, habitat builder, sea glide. Grab one of these batteries. Plug you back in. Okay. So how are we doing? We have the ultra glide fins, we have the high capacity tank, current beacons, we have 4 that we need to check out, give or take. So what we don't have at the moment is, well, let's see, what's the closest? That's quite a ways. That's quite a ways. That is also quite a ways. What was that one? That one, okay. And then, hang on. Man, that reef back sounds like it's really close. Well, I kind of do want to go to the... Where's the Degasi base? Make it orange. Oh, that's really close. Let's go for that one. That is very close.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
And yeah, I realize we have the things now, so we could just make ourselves some... we could grab the watermelon seeds or the marble melon seeds and just plant those. But, well, you know what? There's some water that comes with this, so we'll just do that. Man, you really hear those reef backs. I'm not complaining, mind you. I'm highly okay with that.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Okay, we're gonna leave that thermal power generator going for now. So with it being below us like this, it's, well, it's not completely perfect on how you find it. Especially since we're going closer and closer to the ship. Oh! Jeez, that scared me a little bit. I'm sorry, Reefback. And I hear the freaking... Oh, there's another Reefback over on the surface. That's cool. So where's the Reaper? Typically they're right behind that, which means... So we should be able to see it. And the fact that it's right there, I know there's got to be a cave entrance around here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Silly me. Right. Okay. And let's see. Radiation helmet. Right. Okay. So, go down here, flip the pod around. We gotta be careful of our depth. Must be careful of the depth. Okay, that's probably good. We're at about 190. Let me just check my propulsion can. So you don't really need... I'm going to put the rebreather on again. Let's see if the radiation comes back. No? Okay, so we must be below just barely. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to...
The conditions in this cave support a microcosm of unique, possibly predatory life forms. Detecting an artificial structure somewhere in the region.
Oh, that's an II. Okay, that's fine. So this is typically where they are. You gotta be careful of these. The jelly shrooms, because crab snakes can be in them. Now, we don't have the stasis rifle at the moment. So there's a crab snake. That thing's flying around. That's fine. You just be careful. Oh, there is one. There's a crab snake egg. Well, we got it. Oh, and we're stuck in the wall. A little bit stuck in the wall. Okay. Creature egg, unidentified. That's fine. We're gonna jump back in here. Oh, the music is really great, though. Alright. Just kind of listening to it for a minute. By the way, if you have Subnautica and you're unaware that the soundtrack is actually included with it, it should be hidden in your... If you have it on Steam, it's in your Steam folder. Alright, so let's jump out and go for it. Now also kind of focus, so there's shale. Gold. Gold, I didn't want you. Lithium. Lithium I want. Okay, so we have a Degasi habitat. Come here, you. Wait, hang on. Whoa, hang on.
Creature discovered.
Where is it coming from? Alright, I think we're fine. Those things just seem so loud. If we're not fine, then I don't know. Moonpool fragment. So you'll notice another data box, or data pod, or whatever they're called in here. And you can't actually open this hatch and get in there. So we're gonna kind of swim around here a little bit. Now, we've listened to most of the Degasi logs. There's actually another one right here, which I didn't find for a while. And then there's a second one. There's a few. Jeez, that thing sounds angry. There's another one right in here. Cave bush. I thought I scanned that already. Oh, it's this thing that I haven't scanned. Okay, so we're gonna swim back to the sea moth for now. Because I'd like to listen to those logs, maybe read some other stuff. And then I always have to ask, why are the Degasi bases always destroyed? Like, that's my question. So the third one, the one that we haven't seen yet, the first one on the island, obviously there's a rock slide. And then they're like, well, we need to go deeper because this is, it's just not, it's not good. It's not sustainable, even though it appears to be, right? There's just not enough materials and stuff. This one's destroyed. I don't think they ever say why. And then they go to a third one, because obviously they're not here anymore. And the third one's destroyed, and they explain the reason why for that one. But I'm just curious, like, if anyone knows why this one's destroyed, let me know. I'm curious. I mean, obviously it's 10 years old and it's all rusted and stuff. So potentially that's why, but I don't know. Personally, I don't like that as a reason. And just, yep, apparently the regular is now ham and cheese, so there you go. The regular, ham and cheese. Possibly predatory life forms, indeed. Okay, so data downloads, codes and clues. We got a few of these. High security terminal in the captain's quarters. For the lost communication, Altera HQ uploaded a set of blueprints to the Aurora's main computer. There's a high security terminal inside the captain's quarters, located behind the prawn bay, from which the blueprints should be accessible. The code is 2679. I love how they give you these little pictures, like LifePod 6. We don't know where that's at. But it tells you approximately west-northwest of LifePod 4's last location. We haven't spent a lot of time in the northern section of the map. But that's where LifePod 6 is. So LifePod 4, obviously near the Aurora. Distress signal has been received from LifePod 4, but the attached coordinates were corrupted. Last available photographic data has been downloaded and analyzed. Flotation device is active. LifePod located at sea level. Pod is in close proximity to radioactive fallout from the Aurora. Transmission origin approximately 150 meters northwest of the Aurora's port midsection. So it's, if you actually need to see it, it seems like it's easier to see out of the water. For whatever reason, you see the outside of the water, or like if you jump out of the water for a minute, you can see like the orange, but you go under the water and you can't see it at all until you get closer to it. So, oh, here we go. Okay. Oh, right. Oh, there's a crabsnake. Hang on. Okay. Just in case, they generally don't come up this high. Okay, public documents. Transgov profile, Mongolian independent states. We found this in one of the wrecks. Okay, that's not too bad. When the hostilities of the expansion ceased, the tactical value of the hard-to-reach colony systems on the edge of the China territories plummeted. Recouping from the war, or recouping, the central government left them to starve. The systems in question declared independence, claiming their infrastructure as their own and their intent to become self-sufficient. Today, the Mongolian states are seen as relatively minor power on the outskirts of colonized space, yet it remains one of the fastest expanding transgovs in the galaxy. Mongolian societies inherited their technologies from the Chinese, but incorporated the customs of their multicultural colonist base. Non-synthetic foods remain popular. Religion is a strong component of society, but the Mongolians take a relaxed view of competing faiths, believing gods to be universally and equally flawed. That's kind of interesting. Then we have the Degasi survivors, right? So we picked up Degasi voice log number 5. This is after the Curious Discovery one, which... So last we knew, they found a purple tablet, which they left for some reason. Or potentially Bart brought it back with him from the deep.
Son, there is always a pecking order. And in our world, money makes a hierarchy. I pay Maida a fraction of what I pay you, and you a fraction of what I pay me.
If money makes the hierarchy, why is Marguerite making the decisions?
We need her. We let her think what she likes, so long as she does what she's told.
What if she doesn't?
For enough money, she will. People always do.
Yeah, it's not quite true, but it's but it's true enough.
These conniving corporate bourgeois, inbred, incompetent, self-absorbed jerks don't have a damn clue. The kid's not so bad. He's even useful. But I swear, everything that comes out of his father's idiot face is a narcissistic lie. He wants to stay in this cave? His problem. I'm the one doing the heavy lifting. When sea monsters are hunting you, you don't hide. You hunt the sea monsters. Then you build a bigger boat out of sea monster bones and you hunt bigger monsters. Keep going. until there aren't any monsters left to hunt you. I'm going deeper. I'm gonna find what shot us down, and I'm gonna tear its damn heart out. I've started the prep work. The kids taught me how to make enameled glass. I've started stockpiling metal ores to build myself a sea moth. I'll raid the indoor grow beds before I leave.
Okay, well, so we know she left. Well, potentially. Let's read more about Flora. I know it's what everyone wants to know about the plants of 40546 Bravo. Blue palm. That was sarcasm, by the way. I think everyone's more interested in the giant, scary things that want to eat you. The blue palm is a common aquatic plant which thrives in shallower waters with high exposure to sunlight. Long fronds intercept light before it can reach the smaller flora on the seabed. Cave bush. There's some of those down here. A purple luminescent species which grows well on hardy terrain away from sunlight. Saw another one of those down here. By the way, if anyone's curious, I'm drinking a Sangre de Vida tequila, which it comes in a bottle shaped like an anatomical heart. It is amazing. Both the bottle and the tequila itself it's pretty good. If you drink, and no pressure or anything, I recommend it. At least trying it. Okay, furled papyrus. The function of the distinctive curled leaves on this aquatic plant is not immediately clear. It is possible the leaves unfurl in low light conditions, or that they are designed to channel water currents through the main body of the plant, thus enhancing nutrient take-up. Jelly shroom. We just saw these. You can actually take samples from these as well and plant them outside your base, and they grow little tiny ones, kind of like this one right here. Jelly shroom. Lifeform unique to microcosm located in a cave system deep within the grassy plateaus, where a high concentration of carnivorous lifeforms ward off smaller predators. Consists of a tough, trunk-like base from which grows a fragile purple membrane. Membrane structure suggests vulnerability to predation, but evidence thereof is lacking. Unknown defensive mechanisms. Possible symbiotic relationship. Predators, none identified. So I believe they get eaten by the little fish, and then the crab snakes eat the little fish, and they also protect the jelly shrooms from everything else. Redwort, a common plant adaptable to many different environments. The redwort is a staple part of the diet of many smaller herbivores. Rouge cradle, a complex cave-dwelling flora specimen. The bright yellow core of this plant is protected by a rigid cage, presumably to ward off medium-sized herbivores. Tree leech. Somehow that just seems scary. Parasitic fungus-like growth found attached to other life forms. An enzyme is released by the organism which dissolves a hole in the skin of the host, from which it leaches nutrients directly. That does not sound pleasant. Outer, tooth-lined jaw serves no identified purpose. May be used during a different stage of the organism's life cycle. Assessment, exploitable fungal enzymes. This is not actually true. It may have been planned to at one point, but you get a fungus from a different source. The exploitable fungal enzymes you get from a different source altogether. Veined nettle, a common shallow water plant which frequently shows signs of predation around the edges of the leaves. Thick, violent veins carry nutrients to the extremities of the fan, and brightly colored seeds grow around the base and stem. There they are. Violet bow, a common luminescent plant which grows in patches on the seabed. Writhing weed. Well adapted to both shallow waters. Oh, you just saw it go out of there. Well adapted to both shallow waters and cave systems, this plant lives in symbiosis with a coral species which forms around the base of the stems. I don't know why they don't show a picture of this one. This is like the blue... I don't know, it looks like little blue snakes. Right? Okay, so that's for now. We don't want to... Obviously, we don't want to get to all of them once. Oh, I don't have any water on me. Well, the whole point of us coming down here is for something very specific. And it's not the radiation. Also, I do recommend just kind of checking around the structure, because there's either moon pool fragments or there's just a bunch of different fragments of of stuff. Those things sound... Oh. This is the first time I've seen a nuclear reactor down here. Usually it's the thermal plants, like that. Or, excellent, stasis rifle. Stasis rifle is probably your best friend. And this is what we came down here for. You can see the outside looks like a little vent. Like a little, you know, screen, so to speak. And then on the inside is, well, you don't really know. It looks like a boiler or something. You can scan it from the inside or the outside. And it's a water filtration machine. It is also amazing. It is possibly the most important thing in the game. Although, I mean, you can go without it. There's a little, you know, PDA. Chunks of gold right here. And, well, you know what, let's head back and kind of recharge our oxygen first, because the only way in is that front entrance.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Right, so the only entrance is right here. Just be careful. Oh, I haven't scanned these yet? Really? The drooping stinger. Be careful of those. They damage you a little bit. Okay, so we're fast enough inside that you don't really need to use your thing, your sea glide. And so we got have a bunch of PDAs. There's one here that's kind of... There we go. Right.
Integrating new PDA data.
So it looks like it's destroyed, but like all the ruptures and stuff are what you get if you are not fortifying it properly, which is kind of silly because, I mean, how can you live in it if it's not being fortified properly? You know what I mean? It just doesn't make a lot of sense.
Integrating new PDA data.
So you can just swim up and down those things, and then we'll head over here to the other room of the base. And let's see, so we've already scanned that bed, we've scanned the wall. Can grab this ultra high capacity tank, which we already have. Which is amazing, by the way, the tank I mean. Don't forget that.
Integrating new PDA data.
And then you have some corrosion. Nothing really. That's pretty much it in this little base area. Remember what I said about sounds being super important? There's a crab snake outside now. That and they're just like... They're kind of terrifying to listen to. They are semi-aggressive, and I'm stuck on the walls. That's good. That's always a good sign. Yep. So just be kind of careful. You know, they don't do a ton of damage. And there's the furled papyrus. Okay, we're gonna get to the point here where we need water. So let's see. That is a spot right over there. So, yeah. So there's actually a couple other little, not Degasi bases necessarily, but little outposts. Just keep an eye out for magnetite as well. So there's this area, which just has, you know, this on it, and a battery for you. There you go. There's a couple more, but now light also attracts attention. So it's just, you know, when you're looking around down here, just be careful. Got more shale. I was really hoping for magnetite.
Seek fluid fluid intake.
Yep, I'm running out. I'll take these last couple and then I'll diamond, and then we'll head back. Lithium, okay, lithium's acceptable. And the area is pretty big. I mean, look at that, you got your up and lower roofs. So, I mean, if you have to, you can just... I don't remember if eating raw... Oh, there's magnetite right there. Let's take a look. Can you just eat raw fish? No, they'll actually hurt you in that regard. Yeah, the sound, I will admit, the sound kind of freaks me out a little bit. Alright, up to the surface. Yep, radiation detected. Let's fix that right now. Stalker egg discovered. Okay, so our stalker hatched in alien containment. And that was a sand shark. Sometimes they don't always tell you what it is. Or, so what they're supposed to do is they're supposed to hatch, and then it'll be like, you know, stalker egg discovered, and then whenever you go and you see those eggs, it'll identify it. That doesn't always happen. Hopefully with this last patch, it has been fixed, but I don't know. Jesus Christ! See, those things are not nice. And they do a bit of damage. I think it did like... Each bite does about 15 damage. So firstly... let's see, what can I don't want to cook that. What we do is we'll stick some titanium in here and then we'll go get some salt. We should have enough time. Well, there's... I mean, I suppose I could just do that as well. Deeper. Cool. Let's do this. We'll just cook and eat some fish.
Seek fluid intake immediately.
So I've never actually... There we go, that's a little helpful. Well, okay.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Now we still need water. But... Interior pieces. Titanium 3, copper wire, aerogel. Titanium 1, 2, 3. Copper wire. Well, we have gold. Let's throw some of that in here.
Seek fluid intake.
Yeah, see, we're kind of in the position we were a minute ago. Now, the water purifier is not going to solve that. It generates... basically, by the time you get down to 50, it'll have another bottle of 50 ready to go. So that takes up that whole side. Okay, we don't have the aerogel at the moment. Alright, let's find ourselves some salt. And it's nighttime, so that doesn't really help things. Salt does stand out a little bit, but not nearly as well as quartz. So we'll just kind of look around here on the sea floor. Looking for salt. There's some.
Passing 100 meters.
Oh, right, I don't...
Oxygen efficiency decreased.
Not anymore. Not anymore. Okay, so we got one piece of salt that'll do us for now. Just grab some coral. And then we'll be back in business. Back in business. And that's a stalker egg right there, so let's find out. Does it tell us? Well, it tells us about the creep vine. Ouch! Excuse me. Jeez. I just wanted to look at your baby. Pick up creature egg. Okay, so that hasn't been fixed yet. Well, sorry, stalker, I don't like you. So it's into the bioreactor for your egg. Okay. Well, I mean, I know why that guy's there. It's because he hatched in my tank.
Vital signs stabilizing.
There we go, that's a little better. Okay, so it's working now. So that's good. We do have the Crabsnake, though. So I guess we can probably grab the stalker, I think. Why can we pick them up? Because they're in the tank. Right, so... Now the fact, when you hatch them in here, they're basically... I don't know if I can drop this. Oh, it's already wiggling. So it's passive in here. And obviously we have more Reginalds. We have, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We had about 7. I grabbed 2, I'm going to stick them in the bioreactor. Actually, I'll cook one and put the other one in there. Oculus. We have to scan that still. Okay, that's in there. It already consumed the egg. Eggs must not be worth very much as far as energy. The benefit of the alien containment is that you can drop a random creature in there, right? And then scan it. So let's read about the Oculus real fast. Flora. Wait, Flora? That can't be right. Oh, right, okay, drooping stinger. Yeah, threat level is about medium. 0 photosynthetic cells detected implies carnivorous adaptation to low light environments. Follicles along the tentacles are capable of detecting contact with foreign bodies, triggering an electromagnetic charge in the 600 watt range. Prey is likely paralyzed and consumed over many weeks. Prey, small fish, assessment of void. Okay, that's all of the flora for the time being. Let's read about some of these. What the Leviathan? The reef pack. Oh, that's the first one we scanned, huh? Threat level 0. This vast lifeform is in excess of 30 meters long and has been designated Leviathan class. Fortunately, it feeds exclusively on plankton-like lifeform in the water. Chitinous shell. Or chitinous shell, whichever you prefer. Most of the lifeform's topside and some of its underside is protected by a thick, layered exoskeleton. This suggests an evolutionary path quite different from other organisms on 4546 Bravo, most of which are vertebrae in nature. So it's more like a turtle, I suppose. The reefback species has likely been able to grow far larger than other herbivores because anything large enough to break through its shell has long since gone extinct. Enzyme pods. Similar in appearance to the algae glands of the gasopod, these organs on the reefback's underside serve some unknown purpose in its digestive system and are capable of expelling small quantities of stomach enzymes into the surrounding waters. Local microcosm. An array of different barnacle and plant species grow on the reef-back shell, thrusting their roots into ancient scars in the chitin and taking advantage of the mobility to avoid predation. Nonetheless, reefbacks will often be pursued by the faster, hungrier herbivores, and thus this leviathan species is a mobile microcosm worthy of years of study in itself. Reefbacks' lifespans likely extend throughout many centuries, should they survive their initial growth cycle. For the first few decades, their smaller size would make them vulnerable to carnivorous leviathans. Sociable, seen traveling in small pods and communicating by an echoing call, behavior is consistent with low-level sentience. Assessment harbors plants, small fish, and metal-rich barnacles. Cool. And yes, we'll check on the Degasi stuff here in just a second. What we do need is more aerogel. And where do we get aerogel? Well, we get it from those gel sacks and ruby. Now we have diamonds, we have lithium. So let's drop the diamonds in here for now, and one of the lithium. Then we'll grab some titanium. Okay, there we go. Plus 7 to base, now 10.5. Probably the best thing you can do... Oh wait, hang on. Probably the best thing you can do is... use those reinforced walls, because those are pretty important. And you know what, laser cutter, just to be on the safe side. Oh, hang on. Alright, now we'll change it out. We still do have that extra battery. It's always handy to carry another one with you, just to be on the safe side. But you know what? It'll be fine. We have enough extra things that we can just, you know, replace one of those. Alright, so Beacon Manager. Did I just say Beacon Manager? I did, didn't I? Okay, ignore that. What? Okay, we'll go to Life Pod 19. Because the... Wow, 800 meters, huh? Because the Sparks Reef is where... It's the best place to find it. Now, we might not necessarily need to go the whole way. Oh, right, we're crossing the, well, this is a different area. Across the Grand Reef. Something else to be aware of. It's probably not up this high, but there are other ghosts, or I was gonna say there's a ghost leviathan patrolling. Is that shale? Well, I'm taking it. Gold. Well, alright. You know, important safety tip. Try and make sure your sea moth gets to a slows, because otherwise it could run you over. Okay, we're doing okay. Pretty soon we'll hit the crush limit. Although we should get an upgrade for that here very soon. Okay, perfect. I already see one. I'm gonna grab the salt, though. How are we looking as far as inventory space? Lots of it. Good. Lots of it. Good. Alright. So, rubies you can't obviously grow on your own, so grab as many as you can. What we are going to want... There it is. You know what? I don't need that. Okay, so that takes 4 hits, and then you can just... I mean, it takes 5 before it fully separates, but we got 4 seeds from it, so that's enough. What I would like are more rubies. There's one over here. Because you need ruby to make aerogel. Can't make it without it. Oh, nice. Another one right here. I wouldn't mind another one of those time capsules, but the odds of me finding a second one in the same exact spot, kind of unlikely. Just, you know, semi-unlikely. What is... Wait, what is that? Oh. Oh, you... Oh! Punch! Punch you! I don't like those things. I do not. And there's a lot of, you know, spadefish eggs down here. I think I mentioned before that those were supposed to be reefback eggs, but it just didn't work out. Always lead. Why lead? Well, whatever. Anyway. Oh, hang on. Okay, so we got a few rubies. We got some gel sack. And we got some salt. So we'll turn that off, turn it back to blue, because, you know, OCD reasons, I suppose. And then head back to our base. Kind of go this way first a little bit. Now you'll notice the Degasi habitat is down there. That's pretty close to where we're at. But we can't reach it yet. I mean, we can, but not easily. Okay, that must have been a shuttle bug that I just ran over. Yeah, so right now our seamoth can only go down to 200 meters. There are upgrades for that. But we'll get there. My main goal right now is getting that water purifier up and running. So that way I don't have to worry about, you know, constantly either finding bladderfish or salt.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Alright. And, well, that's fine. Oh, no, it's not, actually. I need this to build it. Okay, yeah, so it also drops your hull strength because of the hole that it punches in your wall, basically. And now it's going. Now, it takes about... probably, I think it says 800 power for 1/2 of its... So it generates... You click on it and it has 4 spaces. 2 are going to be salt, and 2 are going to be water. And so I believe the number is 800 for 1 bottle of water and 1 chunk of salt. And since we're here, just plant those real fast, and eventually they'll grow into, oh yeah, saw 1%. They'll grow into gel sacks of their own that you can then either harvest or, you know, chop at seeds with. Hang on real fast, what was that? New tool. Oh yeah, stasis rifle. That's something we're gonna need. We don't have any magnetite though. We'll have to head back there to the jelly shroom caves to get some. So we'll just pound the water. See, we're kind of running hand to mouth, so to speak, at the moment. But, oh yeah, and you can see the stalker egg broke. That egg is still going. What are we doing on food? Food's okay. So we'll just take all this extra ore and stuff and throw it into the... Right. Gold. Lead and everything else. And yeah, we're gonna run out of space in here pretty fast, so we'll have to make some more lockers at some point. But... you know what? I was gonna say let's get more salt, but what we really need. So I mean we're about to go to the Aurora. That's pretty much our next step, but we will need. I want a stasis rifle. Okay, and those count. So sometimes you hack one and it gives you two, and I'm okay with that. Other times you hack it and it gives you two of the regular coral, the stuff you use for water, and that's, you know, that's not the greatest necessarily. Blueprints. Tell me about computer chips. I need copper wire. Okay. Boom. Right, okay, and then, right, cooked oculus or cured oculus. Kind of like the Peeper's cousin. Stasis rifle, battery magnetite titanium. Okay, so you just, you know, you only need 1 gold. Copper wire and computer chip. Boom. What is the sustenance? Oh, cured oculus. Yep. Meaty and strong in flavor. Cool. And so you can see salt is 59, 60 now, and water is 30%. So yeah, it gives you salt about twice the rate, which you can also use to make water. So well, you know what? I don't need the stasis rifle to go to the Aurora. So that's okay. We'll get that. We'll get that soon. Let me just grab some more salt for the trip. That way I don't have to worry about it so much. Oh, stalkers. Oh, you guys. Then we'll take the next couple of minutes and read more stuff. There's those drooping stingers that I saw frequently but never scanned. Anything in here? Yes. Oh, come on, man. Well, oh, hey. Tooth. Boom.
New blueprint acquired.
Oh, I thought that was another one for a second, but nope. Gold. Always more gold. You do need gold, just like you do need stalker teeth. And whatever, I'll take more titanium while I'm at it. Man, this goes deep. Look at all the stalker eggs. Let's grab a couple. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why I always have this like swarm of stalkers just roaming around my map. Because I always leave the, you know, I'm like, hey, I don't need the eggs. I'm just gonna let them be. But maybe I should be culling the population of the stalkers. You know, more salt. By the way, if you're wondering why I keep switching back and forth, it's you right-click on your Sea Glide. Are those done already? No, almost though. And that's what it cycles through the map, being on and nothing else being on, and there's salt. If you want it. Right, inventory space, how we doing? Looking good. Cool. Those are going to disappear in no time, though, I would suspect. If I had to suspect something, that's what I would suspect. Okay, so we don't need the chip at the moment. We don't need the stalker teeth. We're going to hold on to the nutrient block because food is good. And now we can eat the Oculus. Okay, eat that. What are we doing on water? You know what? Since we're being, you know, mostly self-sufficient, let's just, it's only 500 meters away. Now, why take the Sea Glide instead of the Sea Moth, you ask? Well, they're about the same speed. And at the moment, I don't have any storage solutions for my Sea Moth. So it's not like a, you know, no little compartments, no glove box that I can shove a, you know, an ion cube in or anything. Almost there. So what do you guys think about me reading all this stuff? I think, I don't know, it's hard to manage. I like doing it, but it is hard to manage because of all the stuff there is to scan. It's my only, like, if I had a gripe, that would be it. And, boom. What about you? Well, just extra stuff that I can't really carry. Sorry. I mean, I could carry if I didn't take the locker, but no, I'm gonna take the locker. Oh, hey. That gasopod was having a good time. So what's crazy is you basically could summon this episode, or summon. You could summon the episode. Summarize. You could summarize the episode. Do I have a swivel chair? I must. I do, okay. Yeah, we still have to make one of those, don't we? One of the grav traps. Yeah, you basically could summarize this episode up as building the base again, but not really. At least I don't think so.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
I think that would be an oversimplification if you did. Extra. Well, what some alien stuff and a nutrient block. How about that? Then in the meantime, put 2. See, they take 4 each. Works for me. Oh, and the floating locker thingamabob. Can we just put it right here? Right on. We'll just... I mean, we're gonna have food on the Aurora. How are you doing? 91%. Okay, let's read a couple more of these entries for the last minute. What is that last thing? Gotta be the water filtration machine. Cool. Alright. Databank. Right. Degasi survivors. So we found log 3, return from the deep. Let's listen to the rest of the stuff.
I thought it might get claustrophobic living underwater. Father feels it is. He'd tell me it was childish, but I stare out the window and sometimes I think how lucky I am to see this world up close. Back on the island, I wouldn't have believed the creatures that live down here. The fish, they glow. There's one that's 90% eyeball. Snakes twice the length of a habitat compartment. Certainly, it's not all friendly. Most of the plant life is toxic. I learned that the hard way. But I've managed to coax some marble melons into growing indoors. And when they don't cover our dietary needs, well, we eat the fish themselves. It's a bit gross, but it's nothing they wouldn't do. I've been attempting to document my findings. Father approves. He says understanding is power. That the more we know about this planet, the more we can use it to our advantage. I'm just doing it because it's fun. It's not easy without proper equipment and network access, but the old-fashioned way, observing, taking notes, testing theories, shows me the world in a way a spectroscopic analysis never could. Lately, I've been watching the crabsnakes. They ambush their prey as it tries to feed on the mushrooms they hide in. What they don't eat settles on the seabed, which fertilizes the mushrooms, which feeds the herbivores, and so the chain continues. Co-evolution gives me the fuzzies.
Me too. Me too. So you just saw our water generate, like it fabricates a water bottle and then it fills it with water, which is kind of cool.
Something incredible just happened. Since we're down here, I had this plan to build equipment and study the life forms we were encountering, but I didn't have enough enameled glass. So, I started looking for a natural substrate that would strengthen the glass we have, and those stalker teeth we've been finding fit the bill. Only, well, we needed more. That's when Marguerite got interested. She actually listened to me, more than I can say for Father, and I worked up the courage to talk about my more tentative theories. When I told her they were attracted to metal deposits, that their teeth get dislodged when they pick them up, her eyes narrowed and she dashed out of the room. 3 hours later, she came back, her pack loaded down with stalker teeth. I asked her about it. She shrugged and said my theories were good. Said she had the meeting out of the palm of her hand. I think she meant it literally. She is incredible. She went out to the kelp forest armed with just a heat blade and went fin to fin with a pack of stalkers. On the one hand, that is the coolest thing I have ever heard. On the other, well, I hope the stalkers didn't come off worse than Marguerite did. She had a huge gash on her forearm. I don't think things went as smoothly as she made out. And what's the point in surviving here if we have to kill everything that makes it so wonderful? I wish I knew more about these animals, but Father won't let me leave the habitat. Maybe with all this glass, we could build a containment unit and get up close to them.
So actually killing the stalkers does not give you their teeth. So that's kind of interesting. It's good that they put that in there. Oh, we have 2 more logs. Okay. Well, we're at about an hour, but let's finish these off and then we'll end.
We're already 200 meters below sea level. You want to go deeper?
Look around us, Chief. Water leaking through the hull, water outside the hatch. We're drowning real slow. If rescue arrives, whatever shot us down, it's gonna do it again and again until it's shut off. You see an off switch around here, Chief?
Why would it any more likely be half a kilometer down?
Your kid found something on the scanner. There's something down there. Something that shouldn't be.
You're mad.
I'm going all the same, and I have an idea you two are gonna follow. But if you do, be mindful. Your authority stopped at sea level.
Yep. So, right, I know they mentioned that the, like all the leaks and stuff, and apparently that's just, it's kind of ridiculous, but it shouldn't be broken like that. You know, they should reinforce their structure. It's not hard. Crabsnake egg discovered. There we go. Let's check out our baby crabsnake. We're a father now, guys. We have to take responsibility. There it is. It'll get bigger. It starts out tiny and then it grows over time. So my question is, like, it's friendly in there, but what happens when you take it outside? That's my question. Does it immediately turn and attack you? I think I don't know, I've heard both ways, so I don't know which is actually correct. I've heard it'll still be passive to you, you know, in the near future, probably until you leave and come back. I don't know how that works, but and then I've also heard that it, you know, it's just like any other predator when you release it. So Marooned was, these are his personal logs. Also, the guy that does Paul Torgal also voices the captain of the Aurora, so it's, you know, not the same person. Don't get confused.
You know what Maida told me today? She wants to build a habitat 500 meters below sea level, more than a kilometer northeast of here. And she needs Bart and I to do it. She's got it into her head that she can save us if she just acts recklessly enough. But I've hauled Star Wars to Neptune, Plasteel to the Federation. This family operates 9 different mining colonies across the Ariadne Arm. Maida thinks she's better suited to lead. Her contract still says otherwise. But I just cannot damn well tell whether it's the stupidest idea I ever heard, or my only hope. I turned 80 years old last week. I thought I had another 80 in me, but marooned on this planet, there's no swapping out of my liver when the old one fails. Here, I'm mortal. And Maida is useful. So, it's my responsibility to make a decision. Return to the island and hope whatever knocked the Degasi out of the sky won't do the same to the rescue ship. Or take us deeper in search of answers. And all the while be hoping old age gets me before the sea monsters do. I'll give Maida just one thing. She was right about these caves. There's enough lithium there to fabricate 100 tons of plasteel. Enough for a damn fleet of Cyclops submarines. There was nothing anyone could have done to avoid crashing here. But I was right to order the detour. If we get off this planet, they'll be talking about the Torgal share price on the other side of the Federation.
spoilers, they don't make it. I mean, we knew that already when we... I mean, you kind of knew it from the beginning, but, you know, he says it also. So it's, you know, it's one of those things. Alright, so let's grab one of the salts. And large filtered water gives you 50. Oh yeah. Drink some of that. Go grab some coral real fast. And yeah, then we'll stop for the day. Boom. See. Oh yeah, you can see it bubbling. So in water it bubbles, and they fixed it so that in air it steams.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
And I love all the little details, like you see the water just kind of boiling in whatever those things are on the sides. That's just great. Details, amazing. Now, I'm pretty sure we have enough water. You find more stuff on the Aurora. Oh, but hang on. Just gonna change out all these batteries. We will find batteries on the Aurora also, but nothing wrong with... Yeah, I realize we're not going to need a habitat builder on the Aurora, but whatever. He's fine. That's still one. All that stuff. Okay. And they're pretty close. Okay. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna stop here. Like I said multiple times. As always, thanks. Seriously, thank you for your attention. Thank you for your time. Let me know if you have any questions or feedback or comments or anything. I love reading that stuff. That's basically it. If you know, I really do hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please like and subscribe. And I hope to see you guys next time. Until then, take care, guys.